go. I find myself alone. I try to let it go. Since you're gone, I gotta clean the space you left dirty. Moving on into another phase where you can't hurt me. Why is it so hard? I gotta confess I'm losing it. Why do you keep haunting me? I gotta confess I tried to let it go. I found myself alone. I tried to let it go. I tried to let it go. I found myself alone. I tried to let it go. Why is it so hard now? I gotta confess I'm losing it. Why do you keep haunting me? I gotta confess I tried to let it go. I found myself alone. I tried to let it go. I tried to let it go. I find myself alone. I tried to let it go.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get it in. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Blessings on blessings. I love to be alive, baby. This is beautiful. What happened here? 64,160, baby. Let's go, baby. They got the shorts flattened. Let's look at that intro, baby. Let's have a blast. Let's have some fun. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the charts, obviously, and how you're doing. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, wonderful day, afternoon, night, in the early evening, no matter where you are in the world. May you stay blessed, and thank you so much for being here. A lot of green in the markets, altcoins to follow from this liquidity coming into Bitcoin. Let's talk about it, but first, we put the lemon into the water in the doing damage mug like we do, all right, every single day now that we're back on track here in sunny Florida. I've lemonaded my water, and now I'm going to take a sip. Decalcify the pineal gland. Get yourself on another level. When I started drinking the lemon water, a lot of big things in my life started to change. I think there was a correlation. You do the math, whatever you want. Wow. And as you can see, and you're like, why am I watching a guy drink water here? Because that's how it all starts. That's how we make the gains. It's about maintaining a lifestyle. I just worked out. I'm dehydrated, need some water. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you for being here. I'll be there in a second. There I am. Woo. Almost lost myself inside of myself. Nice suit, not gonna lie. Shout out to my man Francis. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Got the three-piece banging on him today. Okay, with the Bitcoin tie on, which had a matching pocket square till my kids lost it, so we had to go with white. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Herman Muse. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. You want to jump on into the trading group, we do have a hyper link here at the top, cryptolifer.com. Jump on in today. Join the trading group. Why would you join a trading group? Well, how about last night? You're in my trading group. You work all week. You haven't been really watching Bitcoin. You haven't been able to watch the stream. You've been super busy. You want to know what coins are hot. And last night at 7 p.m., I'm about to go long on the 4-hour reversal here. Gap in the VRVP. You can see the gap there, right? Stochastic's turning. RSI was turning. MACD had kind of lack of bearish momentum. A wick there. And a low, high, and a higher low. And then the bunched up moving averages that like to push to the 200 SMA. That's the play that we use all the time, right? So I was like, I'm long. Then again at 12 a.m., as projected, the 4 hours making the move back to the top of the pattern. So far, so good. CPI tomorrow at 8:30. Be easy, just saying, keep it in your mind. But what I see is a pump to this yellow line, right? If we get above the yellow line, an even bigger explosive move. I woke up in the morning, we had pumped basically to the yellow line only to get rejected, but we had gotten the pump. Bang, 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 7:30 in the morning. So I was there for you at 12 a.m., there for you at 7 in the morning. Then I did a Bitcoin update, which it looked like we were in an inverted head and shoulder that was likely to break to the upside. I even drew a flag on the 1 minute that looked likely to pump. And this flag here eventually did pump to the upside uncontrollably when CPI came out, bullish basically as expected, with one that was better than expected. So it was a good move. And I even talk about CPI, explain to you what it is, show you what's going on, give you the CPI data, exactly when it comes out, talk about it, and just make sure you're informed of what happens in the market. Give you 10 coins that I'm looking at. And I even talk about making a trade here when you're just above the 200 SMA. That trade is still in the money right now to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. So anyone that wants to jump on in, then I even gave you this flag here. Accidentally, I did make a big mistake. I put this chart, this Bitcoin chart, in the altcoin section, but I did at 99, so everyone should get it regardless. So I said, watch the minute. I'm already in a deeper loss, but this may pump. And this is how you get in. You know, you look for a flag, one higher low, boom to the upside. And then lo and behold, this also boomed to the upside. It's all there written in stone. So you can't be like, this guy just makes it up out of nowhere. No. Like, if you were in the trading group, you would have been long last night with me, and you'd be in massive gains right now on that reversal while everyone was in fear, bugging out, talking about the end of the world and the market's going down and focused on all the nonsense. I've been dead centered, focused on the discipline, focused on the charts. Your brain can only hold so much, right? For instance, here's a good example. I have a great example. I just came up with a great metaphor for all of us. You know, war is a tough thing, right? But say a general goes into war, and he's a general right here with his general hat on. All right, that's the horrible hat. All right, but anyway, that's it. It's a guy with a, I don't know how to draw. All right, but anyway, here's a general. All right, and he leaves his family, and he goes into war, and now he's taking care of all these young soldiers. Maybe 100 in a platoon. I don't even know. I don't know how they are. You know, I don't know my stuff. I should. But he's in charge, right? Do you think he's thinking about what his wife is making for dinner? It might every once in a while cross his mind. But while he's about to lead the troops, is he thinking about? No. So my point is, his brain is only so big for that moment, and he can only focus on so much. And to help these troops the best, he has to kind of, for the moment, not focus on his family, right? He has to focus on helping them get out and helping himself get out so he can get back to his family. Trading is similar in a way where I can't be reading about the Drake beef in this. You know, two people have asked me about it, and I've told them I don't. They said, "What do you think about the Drake?" Blah blah blah. And I said I have no time for any of that. You know, I feel rude even mentioning it, so I'm not going to mention it again. But so like my brain only has so much time, and to be accurate for Bitcoin, I can't focus on nonsense. You know what I mean? Or things that don't make sense, things that don't help, things that aren't getting me to the next position, to the next level. All right. So we made a beautiful trade on Bitcoin. We're up in gains. If you caught even the 1 minute flag here, you caught this beautiful move to the upside. Saw another flag that, you know, broke down a little bit. We may still continue. We'll see how this day progresses. When the 4 hour breaks above the 200, you're likely going to either it's a bull trap, which is unlikely. If this closes above like this, it's a very bullish move. And look, shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, which I pointed out before it happened. I talked about this. I went over it. I even had drawn the symmetrical triangle that we broke out of. And anyway, like I'll show all this to you. But so if you're in my trading group, you know, I was one of the first people to even draw this pattern here. I saw the pattern the second it made it here, and I started talking about the move and then where we could go. Anyway, breaking it down every second of the day. Bang, bang, bang. It's been a beautiful move. So let's talk about it. There may be another trade live we could take together so you can see what's happening. All right. Apple calls to 190.81. Someone asks, a meme coin. I say, well, it's a meme. Yeah. Give us a trade, baby. Need a nice dinner tonight with my wifey. I like that. I like that. This guy's funny. Need to roll that dice, right? Well, right here, honestly, I'll show you something that I see happening right now. I see a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It's slanted. I call these drunken, slanted, inverted head and shoulders. So right there, I see a trade right off the bat. And this is something that a lot of people haven't seen, but I've backed. See, you have to understand, I saw the regular patterns for years. After 7 years of the regular patterns, you start kind of breaking out and like looking at them twisted, up and down, left and right, and you start seeing things differently. And that becomes your edge in the market because they don't have the years you do to see what's happening, to see all these different nuances, right? And so when I see something that most people just laugh at or something, or might not, it's beautiful because they can't see even a piece of it, right? So that's possibly an inverted head and shoulder likely to break out to 64,888. I mean, that's what I see. It's a slanted inverted. You see it? Looks beautiful for a move to the upside. I could be wrong. It has resistance here at 64.3. All right. Al Jefe, God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. God bless you. Awesome morning. Charts looking great. My waffles on Solana on a tear. Shout out to Waffles. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Does the price have to drop for the miners having? What does it do to? No. It's fine. No, the rewards, the difficulty level goes up, man, but the rewards go up too, you know? And it also does push less miners out the game. I see a pump out this inverted head and shoulder to the upside. Who here saw this as an inverted head and shoulder? Who thinks I'm out of my mind? Let's run a poll here. Who here saw the slanted inverted head and I did, no way, or you are out of your mind, which you're saying I'm out of my mind, or Sam is out of his mind. I guess that clarifies it, right? Yeah. So, okay, start a poll. Who here saw the slanted inverted head and shoulder for Bitcoin? All right. As it's already taking off, but I'm not saying it's guaranteed. It just looks likely to the upside. BOOKMAP has liquidity. Link to BOOKMAP in the description. If you want to jump into BOOKMAP, you can see how we use it, and we nail the charts. There's still liquidity down here, but so far, Big Red is closer. It's 66,600. It does suggest we go higher. We talked about it this morning, and I said it suggests we go higher to 64,000, and we got to 64,000 pretty fast. So, bang, bang, bang. So 63% of the people saw the inverted head and shoulder. And interesting. So I'm not the only smack guy over here. I think I'm like the only guy that saw it. I think it's all about, hey, I saw it. It was me. I saw the thing. Nobody else saw it but me. I saw it. I saw it. It was over there, and then I seen it over there. Hey, Johnny, I was the first one to see the inverted. Don't try to take credit. I seen it before you saw it, Johnny. It's mine. That inverted's mine. You touch it. All right? Let me get the inverted. You could go take like the head and shoulders next week. All right? This week, it's my inverted, all right? Don't play me over here. And next time, it's going to be some consequences. You start taking my patterns away, huh? Huh? Don't talk to me again about my patterns, huh? Out playing in the yard this morning. Shout out to Rave Song Records. So fun, sounds fun, man. Where do you live, may I ask? Or like, whereabouts do you live? Do you live in the south, the north, northeast? Anyway, let's break down Bitcoin for you without all the scribble and the lines. It's insane, and it's insanity. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about why I saw a reversal last night, why I called the reversal, and what I could see happening brewing inside the charts. Well, let's start off with the weekly, like I always do, and begin our venture into Bitcoin. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'm telling you, when Bitcoin starts to pump again, the whole world's going to jump back in. What people don't realize is how close we are to a new all-time high. Like, we could be there in a couple days, and that's what, as they play and toy with the price action. Too much buy pressure, in my humble opinion, for an asset that just went scarce. And that scarcity is going to start to cook in. The halving gave me confidence to buy altcoins when people were full of fear. When we went down to, I think we hit 48, that was like a blessing. I bought a lot more Bitcoin than normal in that area on a beautiful 4-acre pond. That's so beautiful, bro. And North Illinois, right? On a beautiful 4-acre pond. 4 acres of land. That's beautiful, man. Looks like a seashore. Finally, the sleeping bear woke up. Wonder if the certain kitty had something to do with it. I'm just saying, it's kind of cool to see that the memes did spark price action. All right? From Roaring Kitty there. But look, historical values. Greed, 64. Last month, 74. But we did get into the 48 region for just a little bit. And that's when you guys have seen me scooping up Bitcoin, looking fresh. God bless you. Shout out to David Kendall in the house, a.k.a. DK, my man, with the Bitcoin symbol. Sir, currently symmetrical triangle made 100 Floki. Amen. Anyone having issues with Femex? They do not use Femex. Okay. So this looks bullish to me, right? And now we're getting a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. To be really nice. I mean, that is a bullish pin bar. As long as we don't revisit that wick, we're bullish. But let's see what happens. Like, can we close a weekly candle above? Number one, I like these levels. That level is good enough right there. We'll take it. But I want to close it above this candle here. Let me show you. The top of this bullish pin bar. I'd like to, and so far we're closing above it. The candle opened at 63,100. So that would be the top of that candle, 63,100, where it opened. Not the top of the candle. The top is the wick. where the candle open is where the actual rectangle began, right? And then our next area is that 65.5 right here, right? Which is oh so important. And I've talked about it. And so far, we have defended this previous resistance area as support, 60,000. You know, as bearish as everybody got, and I was pretty bearish, I'll be honest. And I'm still open-minded that we could go down, be honest. I'm not saying it's yes or no, right? Shout out to Master Fred in the house. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate you for being here. And shout out to all the beautiful souls on the live. We love you. Hit the likes. Get the likes up. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So 19 people say I'm out of my mind. I appreciate that. I like the honesty. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. All right. So, and then we have 65.5, which I've talked about over and again. I just want to see us break above 65.5 and hold. If we do that, oh my gosh, things can get kind of awesome. So we break above 65,500. We get a bit of a move here, right? That's the key level that Sammy is going to, I'm trying to make it perfect while I'm talking to you. There you go, 65,515. And I've been mentioning 65.5 for ages and ages and ages, and then 60,000. If this weekly candle closes above 65.5, you will see me dance a jig. I'll become a happy man. All right? I'm already a happy man, but it'll just instill even more euphoria into my neurological makeup, right? So look, let's take a look here. I mean, to me, that's a breakout. That's a clean breakout on the 3-day chart. And remember, the 3-day chart did close bullishly. Wasn't an amazing close, but it closed somewhat more bullishly than, you know, at least it bullishly engulfed that candle. I wasn't a fan of the wick there, but now this candle's breaking out. That's a breakout on the 3-day chart. My measured move on the 3-day takes you to 96,000 somewhere by July. So we could have a hot summer here for these altcoins. That sell in May and go away may not be the case. That's what people used to do. People repeat the same sauce and just, I never do that. I go at life one day at a time, one move at a time. Are we back above the 200 MAs? That's the question. Did we get back above the 200 MAs? I don't know why. I guess I deleted everything there. Oh, yeah, I must have hit delete that instead of, yeah. And look, there we are, back above the 200 MA with tight moving averages too as well. Show signs of a huge move coming on the 22-hour time frame. Look, that's an inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Still time to get into the trade with a stop loss here below 60,000, 60,200. And with a take profit somewhere up into the $80,000 region. Like this to me is still a valid trade. 2.7 risk reward ratio. I'd like to get it to a 3. You can get it to a 3 right there with a stop loss below 60,000. Take profit at 79,000. To me, that's a valid trade. Write that down. Sam said it. Entry would be right now. Take profit would be 79,600. Stop loss would be at 59,000 or 59,500. And you'd still get a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. All right. I like it. So write that down. Say I said it. And see where that goes in time. So this could end up being a bull trap. But you know what? Too many good indications that I've backtested for years and years are coming together. Tight moving averages, right? As I told you, the daily keeps getting closer and closer to the 200 SMA, showing signs of a huge move for Bitcoin. In my mind, Bitcoin just finally broke out. And we talked about this being the retest, remember? And I kept telling you that we would not go lower unless Bitcoin broke into this channel. That's why I love knowing my patterns, because if you don't know your patterns, you never knew what was happening here on the channel. But I did. I stuck to this day in and day out. I kept telling you, I drew the same thing right here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. You kept coming to the channel. I kept saying, so first, and we talked about it. The bullish, first, it was a fake out breakout. Then it was a bullish retest. Then it was a fake bullish retest. Back again, making us think they were going to break us back in the pattern, but then they retested it again, then faked it again, then pushed it again. At the same time, I got a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder here on the daily time frame. I love what's happening, but let me not be the bearer of the most bearish news. At the end of the day, if we can't break 67.2, which I've talked about numerous times, 67,200, and get back above this key level, where, you know, we got to break that high. Because look, it's a low, it's a high, it's a lower low, it's a lower high. But now I said we have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low. We put in a higher high here too. So we got to come up here, we can put in a higher low, and then we got to bust through 67,200. The daily is getting high on the stochastics. but we still, a lot could come from here. We could double top up here and continue to pump pretty nicely to the upside. The 4-hour was the gateway to me for the move. And what I saw was I drew this pattern. And I saw that we had this falling wedge last night, and falling wedges break to the upside. And that's what I was able to give to my trading group. And that's when I saw the reversal, right? Again, I'm a simple guy that just does the simple thing over and over again. And then a bunch of times the simple thing plays out to be the best move ever. You get it? People are always all over me like, oh, this and that, but it's all about this simple move. Once Bitcoin shows signs of love, people are going to jump back into the altcoins so hard. And I always talk about when you break above the 200 SMA, a very bullish sign on the 4-hour. If this candle closes above the 200 on the 4-hour, well, you're good to go. So I just took you from the weekly all the way to the 4-hour. The 1-hour is the one that was overbought and may have got a lot of people to short the market. People that don't understand how to play the 200 SMAs and the moving averages. When I didn't know how to play the moving averages and I just knew the stochastics, they would throw me off because I would have shorted an overbought stochastic here on the 1-hour. But I understand that the 4-hour was getting closer to the 200, and I trust these moves. The moving averages just do what they're supposed to do. And so this all came into play at 64,300 even for Bitcoin. Beautiful $2,700 move for Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. I mean, it's a $3,000 move for Bitcoin. $6,000 would be a dang 10%. It's a 5% move for BTC on the day, basically. Let's see how big that daily candle is right there. Yeah, it's up 4.54% for Bitcoin. So if you're my trading group, you're in the money. You know why you're in the money. You understand what's happening. All right. And then we just told you that this inverted head and shoulder was going to break to the upside here on Bitcoin. It made another right shoulder, but it held its own for a second there. Kind of broke out, retested, broke out again. Now what we could do is you can get rid of that idea. The 1 minute changes every second. But had you played the right shoulder, you're still in the money was the whole point of the story here. You're in the money now. You would have got in somewhere here at this right shoulder because it was shoulder head, right shoulder there. Might have come down a little bit. But we were talking about it right there. It pumped up. You'd be a little under break even and a little up in the game. A little bit of bearish div there as that swings down and that swings up. So does the short squeeze continue on the smaller time frame? Or was that euphoria all we got for the day? I mean, that was a beautiful... If that's all we get for the day, what a beautiful move. What a beautiful move for Bitcoin, right? On a Wednesday. And we were there to catch it. And it's because you got to be up at 6, 7 in the morning. You got to go to sleep at 12. I'm on this market. I take my 6, 7 hours of sleep and that's it. You see what I'm saying? And then I get it in, and that's what you pay for. You pay $3 a day to have a maniac brainiac watching the markets all the time. I'm similar to having security. A security guard, watching price action. And when you're taking time off, go and get a slice of pizza. When you're hanging out with the family, when you're chilling, I'm watching that Bitcoin. Even when I'm out to dinner, I'm going to the side room somewhere. I'm walking outside or I'm taking a moment and I'm make sure that I'm not missing Bitcoin for my trading group because you guys are my number one. And I love each and every one of you and I want to make sure that you win. So blessings on blessings. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you so much for being here on the live. Oh yeah, let's get rid of that thing. I don't need it anymore. All right. But yeah, we're watching this 1 minute get tighter inside this channel. If it gets tighter and tighter, we're breaking up to 65,200. It suggests we go to 66,000, 66.5, and there's liquidity waiting for us right there at 65, 65.2, even to 65.5. The weekly support of resistance. I'm telling you right now, we break weekly support of resistance, and it's kind of right back onto the bull run, right back where we started, kids. All right, right back where we started. Shout out to MEXC, the place to be. They are KYC, following the rules. So if you want to jump on in, you do have to KYC around the world, no matter where you are. We have people from all around the world here on the channel. Blessings on blessings. If it's applicable in your area, jump into MEXC.com. 0 spot maker fee, 0.1% spot taker fee. The fees are just, compared to the rest of the market, are absolutely minimal. Absolutely amazing. All right. So beautiful move, for what they're doing here on MEXC. Gotta love MEXC. And I open up my futures trades there. All right. Perpetuals over here. And so right here, just as long as this 4-hour candle opens, my stop loss is below here. I've even moved it really close to 62.8. But as long as this 4-hour candle closes above the 200 SMA, there's a big chance that I hold this trade for, I don't know, 16 to 32 hours that we could make some massive gains here. So, and you can see, look, this shoulder, this head, this right shoulder, it was all there for you. Everything was written. Follow me at Crypto Life for 33 every single day. I'm giving you positive affirmation videos, ways to keep yourself up. And, I got my Bitcoin hat on. I'm out there in the morning. Beautiful day. Sharing the light, love, and happiness with you. Jump on in. Watch what's going down here on Twitter. All right. It should be way more than 1,300 views. It's positive affirmation, getting you going. We got more people there in the trading group. So jump on in. Follow me at Crypto Life for 33. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right. On Le Twitter. So look at this. I mean, defying the odds here, getting busy. And when this thing wants a short squeeze, it wants a short squeeze. When the 4-hour wants to take over, the 4-hour wants to take over. All the other time frames will bend to the 4-hour, and the 4-hour will continue to plow to the upside. I'm telling you, I've seen it many times. It won't make sense. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. Hey, Lifer, did you ride your bike today? I didn't get a chance to ride my bike, but I may. There's a beautiful breeze today. A beautiful breeze. It's 81 degrees right now and partly sunny, which, if you think about it, is amazing. Oh, is it 81 degrees in Boston today? No. 81 degrees. Light rain is expected during the day. The high will be 84 on this humid day. It's crazy, only 84. That's like the lowest day it's been in a while. And I can see some rain coming across Clearwater and Tampa right now. We're a little bit below. It hasn't hit us yet. But rain starting at about 3.5 hours here in Sarasota. All right. Today's rainfall is above the average for May 15th. But I'm not a weatherman, even though I sound like I am, and I'm dressed similar, even though they don't really wear three pieces. Some do, though. I've seen it. What are your thoughts on Avalanche Chain? You think it has a bright future? I think Avalanche is amazing, and I do think it has a bright future. I really do. And I'm going to end this poll here. We're going to start another poll. Oh, wait, you can see 469 votes. I like that. We got to get more votes, though. We got to get more votes than that. Okay. Is Bitcoin done capitulating? Like, are we out? And now you guys say I know nothing but the fact about ignorance, so it's hard when I ask you guys this question, but for fun, is Bitcoin done capitulating? Are we out of hot water, right? It feels as such. We went through a lot. There was some max pain out there. Solana, they made it got crazy. Is Bitcoin done capitulating? Are we out of the hot water? Yes or no? Let me know. Start a poll here. Make it easy. Let me see what you're saying on the live. All right. You can all set the clocks by the thunderstorm season and breeze from east to west. Does the price have to drop for miners? No. John Doe's asked that question like 17 times. I said no, and I already answered the question. The Sarasota Herald Tribune, amazing. Diversify, multiple exchanges, multiple wallets, hardware, software wallets, be safe. Exactly. Do not put all your money on MEXC. I don't care how great the exchange is and how much you like it. Always have a backup plan. Always have money on different exchanges, different wallets. Spread it out in case anything happens. I know it's difficult to also keep multiple passwords and stuff. I understand. But you got to find a system in a way. All right. I used to go to Clearwater every summer as a kid. I didn't hear you. Not once. Well, I did say it, John Doe. I love you, brother. Okay. Yeah. I said, no, the difficulty level will raise and actually give higher rewards, but some people will fall off. That's what I said. I said it quickly. I mean, that's your answer, bro. I don't know what else you want from me. I love you, brother. God bless you. Does the 1 hour have to touch the 21? It does. It should eventually at one point. Yes. But watch the smaller time frame first. This looks like it's coiling up. I mean, that's as it's going to dump on you, right? It is technically a symmetrical triangle that has a 50-50 shot. And go right back down. It's kind of a slanted shoulder, head and shoulder, if you look at it too that way, right? It depends. Take a look at your 7-minute time frame. We'll give you a little insight. The 7-minute wants to pump pretty nicely. When the 7-minute looks this aggressive after a pump, usually we continue. So I say that we continue to the upside. I say the 4-hour plows us, possibly all the way to there's a chance we go to 67,000 today. I just, you know what I mean? Life for the most accurate weatherman on earth. There you go, right? It rained. He said it was going to rain. It rained. All right. RSI is too high, in my opinion. Yeah, but, you know, you're looking for the bearish div now on that 1 hour. Right? And it's hard to, you know, juxtapose this stuff when you have, you know, let me move this out the way, because when you make it for the 1 minute and then it's there on the 1 hour, right? So right now we're watching sideways price action at 64,400 for Bitcoin. What a beautiful day it is to be alive. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. ES1. Sweetie pie, don't open them. Oh, no. Oh, that's so cute, my love. Watch your eyes. Okay. Kid opening up an umbrella in the house. I don't want to jinx her, though, so I didn't tell her, you know, but yo, don't do that. Don't be doing that. So anyway, if you watch my idea on the S&P yesterday, I drew this flag. And I was saying that this thing's likely to continue to the upside. They're going to print money, and the stochastics looked like it too as well. And look at that. We got a beautiful move to the upside on the S&P, just as suggested by your man, Mr. Price. The target here is 5330, and there you have a beautiful move on the S&P to the upside. So, and I will start my weekly videos again. Who missed my weekly videos? All right. Yeah, she was wearing a pocket square at the age of 3. Yes. It's sewn into her little like baby shirt. No, but look at that beautiful move on the 4-hour time frame for S&P future. It also had a golden cross right there, and you can the 80 crossing the 200 is a bullish cross too as well. So I like what I'm seeing here. It has resistance. It may top out there. Could do a double top there. We'll see, and then kind of come down and consolidate again. So you're going to get a little resistance at my target there at 53,000 at 5,330. All right. S&P move because of the CPI, not the charts over here. See, that's what you don't realize is the charts already told us that the S&P was going to move, though. All right, let's watch this. See what he just said? S&P moved because of the CPI, not the charts. But the charts said that we were going to move because of CPI. The charts already were in a flag and touching the 21-day moving average with low stochastics. I trade that all the time. So whether the CPI came out or not, I would have traded that bullishly. You get what I'm saying? Kids aren't affected by it. Yeah, you're funny. Could go to 65.5 at the most today for its final rejection. A small pullback would be healthy after that pump, but who knows? A beautiful move. Let's take a look at the DXY. Did we get a drawdown? Maybe it pumped with us. You never know. But no, we got the dump down that we talked about. I said I want to see the 4-hour lose the 200. I said I want to see this drop. I want to see Bitcoin gain the 200. I want to see that pop. We went over this, yesterday in the live in depth. That's why we talk about the DXY. We give you a macro picture of the entire market. We don't just kind of zero in on Bitcoin. We show you the S&P, the DXY. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance, which we showed you was bullish and suggested a move that was coming for Bitcoin to the upside. Look at that. And on even that smaller move, but look at the bigger idea on the 3-day chart. The 3-day chart suggests a parabolic run is coming for Bitcoin. The last time we got one of these big runs like this, Bitcoin went on a massive rally. So this shows a sign of a possible move. And you'd say, well, it can pump when the market dumps. It can. So that's why we look at U.S. tether dominance. And I'm giving you the world in a nutshell here. And we see tether dominance in a bear flag wanting to break down on the 3-day chart. If this starts to dump down like so, and this is going to be a very bullish move for Bitcoin. You're going to see Bitcoin dominance rise as tether dominance slumps to the downside, and it's going to be a massive pump. So all these things lining up perfectly trips me out. Yeah, and that's why eventually what will happen is you'll read the charts a little bit, you'll play the news, like CPI data, and you'll believe it. Oh yeah, it was the CPI data that did it, and then eventually you'll come to terms with reality. And the reality is that the charts were telling you, because human beings were basically telegraphing what was going to happen through emotions. And we were curving the indicators to the, because that's what we do. Charts are taking in human emotion, right? Charts are just people's emotions. And so we don't change, even though the assets change. Human emotions basically run pretty much the same over time. That's why you can play a falling wedge to the upside 68% of the time, because that's how much, that's how much a human mind will capitulate at that level. And that'll be the lowest level we can get enough people to sell. Look at MYRO. We got into 2 cents. It ran all the way up to 20, came back down somewhere to 4, ran back up to 46. It's sitting in the sweet spot, sitting at 18. Had you had a long-term plan on this, look, it's off the 786 Fibonacci level. It's oversold in the 3-day chart. This thing is in the sweet spot for me. Like, I would accumulate this right now. You do whatever makes you happy, but this is something that I would be accumulating. Possibly gain of 210% for MYRO, right? Again, is Bitcoin hit a rejection point and do we turn all the way down and is this dump? Anything could happen, right? But I like what I'm seeing here for MYRO. I don't own any MYRO. I have in the past. I may jump back in. I believe it's a meme coin that has legs, that isn't going anywhere. All meme coins are high risk, but some are lower risk. Like, some feel safer than others. This one feels a little safer than others to me, but you never know. All right. Look at the Pepe 50,000 long on my man, master friend, banged on him. Unbelievable. So awesome. 50,000% gains on Pepe. Market can't even handle it. Doesn't even know what to do. That's what they do here. That's what Master Friend does. If you want gains like that, if you want, and he didn't, I'm telling you, you may not even understand how he did that. Insanity. Check it out. All right, hit the QR code right there. And using small amounts to gain more amounts to gain confidence in trading. Learn how to demo, all sorts of other stuff like that. Hit the QR code if you're already in the trading group to learn more about my man Master Friend and what he teaches and how he teaches it. All right. So I like MYRO, and to me, it's about knowing when to accumulate. That's the name of the game. And then once the market starts to rip, then we can swing trade all we want, right? But knowing when to accumulate based on long-term analysis, based on seeing charts for years and years and understanding where we stand, what's happening, then researching the market, then understanding the flow of the volume, understanding what coin's hot and when, why, right? Like I learned about based AI really, pretty early. I jumped in pretty early. I'm not afraid to experiment with my money to find out where that investment could go. I've done it many, many times. I don't win every time, right? Some of my investments don't go well, but most of them do. And that's the idea behind it, right? And it's consistency. If I continuously invest over time, I'll get good at it. I'll get better at it. I'll find better investments. And so, other people want to work for a living. I want to learn how to use my money for a living consistently over time. I started doing it while I was at work till I got better and better at it, until eventually playing with my money was way funner and more profitable than playing at work. So I gave more time to playing with my money than giving other people my time. Then my time became more valuable because I was able to make more money with my time. So then I didn't want to give my time back to other people. You get what I'm saying? Then I didn't hang out at the bar. Then I quit alcohol. Like, things started making more sense to me as I started making more money. Does that make sense? Huh? And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just explaining the evolution of the human mind as you become more wealthy. These are the things I believe you should think about. And your focus should be more centered. You can't waste the time anymore that you used to if you're at a higher level in life, right? So, shout out to all the people out here that are living their best life, pushing themselves forward every single day. You know it's not easy. So is Bitcoin done capitulating? It's 50-50 right there. Wow, we're like stuck. Some people think yes, some people say no. Of the 430 votes, let's get 1,000 votes. Let's get all the votes we can here. Let's interact with the stream. How many new people here on the stream, baby? Let's raise that vibration. Let's get the frequency to a higher level. Shout out to John Harden. Lifer Adam, always taking notes, baby. So I like where MYRO is right there. Interesting place. Remember, we did the $1,000 to $10,000 challenge with MYRO. I still have the MYRO, so we'll see what happens, right? 3 years, no alcohol for me. Shout out to Fit in Crypto. God bless you, man. The Fear and Greed is sitting at 68, if I remember correctly. 64. I'm off. Look at this tightness. That tells me a big move is likely coming. The tighter A chart gets like this, the bigger the move is likely going to come. I could be wrong, but that looks so scrumptious for a pump. A scrumptious pump. Low stochastics turning. Your target is 65,200 over here. Stop loss can be anywhere you really want it to be. I would position it somewhere at 64,109. That would be my area. This looks like a bull pennant. Bull pennants break up 68% of the time. You have a moving stochastic, lack of bearish momentum. All the indicators look great. Again, this could easily just turn around and dump to the downside. Anything is possible, but it's starting to look pretty bullish to me. You had a low, you came up, reject, now this previous support is resistance in a way. I'd be surprised if we don't get a big green candle flush right now in the next 5, 3 to 7 minutes, something like that. And we got liquidity waiting for us right above us here, matching up at 65,000. So this is where we are. There's the liquidity. You can see it's 65K right there. And that's pretty spot on. So it says, hey, we're about to go. I love when I can do that, right? We're about to go close that gap in liquidity and go right into that spot. It would be cool to watch this happen in real time as the price action flux and we watch the short squeeze. And that's what I love about BOOKMAP, seeing this, like the other aspect of price action, just being able to, see it from another perspective. Taking information to build a three-dimensional, aspect that you can I just find it completely fascinating. And shout out to BOOKMAP. They found me, said I was one of the most accurate traders they ever found. So they've been watching me and they wanted to work with me. That was one of the most honorable times in my life when someone said, you work so hard at something every single day, and a multi-million-dollar company that's known says, hey, we want to work with you. We like what you're doing. We have never seen anyone hit like you. We want to be a part of that, And so God bless. Thank you, BOOKMAP. We appreciate it. And if you hit BOOKMAP, I do get a pretty awesome commission. So hit the link to BOOKMAP. I greatly appreciate it. You're learning when you draw a trade and your teacher does the same on the other screen. Shout out to Pablo Estevan. Blessings on blessings. And it's as simple as just going after the same flag, same positions. Hey, if price coils up, it tells you something. If stochastics don't give us the love, right? But 64,400 is absolutely beautiful for Bitcoin. I see a move coming here for Bitcoin. And look, I'm showing you entry, stop loss, take profit, all right here. Nothing to hide here. Also has somewhat of a cup and handle vibe. Semi cup and handy to the upside, right? And there you get that kind of cup and handle vibe. Already in the green. Let's see if this can be sustainable here for Bitcoin. Shout out to all my cryptocurrency people out here. Shout out to everyone that loves finance, everyone that likes to change their life, everyone that wants to, watch their money work for them. This is a work and money channel, right? There is a channel called the Work and Money channel too. Math flashing me hard for 77.7. Coincidence? We don't believe that. Let's go. Desire, dedication, discipline, and determination. Use the 4 Ds to get where you need to be in life, everybody. You can do it more than you ever believe. You got this. You got this. I show and prove every single day how we do it. I make calls you wouldn't believe, right? Doesn't mean nothing is guaranteed in trading. Remember that. You're not guaranteed to win. You fight for every single thing you get when it comes to your trades. All right. So MYRO looking interesting. I like this coin, Delicium AGI, right? I'm looking for that breakout and the retest of 31 cents, right? It made that first higher low since the 9th, though, and since then, it's now making its second higher low in a row there. Showing some signs of life. And to me, it broke out of the longer time, like that was a long-term trend that it broke out from. The daily 2-day chart's not amazing. Daily wants to reset, but look what the daily's doing. Kind of an inverted head and shoulder there. That's why I just want to see the breakout and the retest of 31 cents, and that would be a beautiful place. If you want to hold it long term, right, the cheaper price is the accumulation. I'm just looking for a swing here. Back to probably 66. From 31 to 66 would be about 100% gainer, right? I'll have a scrumptious pump with a side order of squeeze, please. Amen. Say your prayers. and wipe your mouth after each bite. Stochastics and RSI don't look great. The moon is coming. Also, yeah, a full moon is coming for Bitcoin. And we've seen full moons project the price to the upside as well. Something you wanted to pay attention to. We talked about WAXL being in the accumulation zone. All the way back to the 786 Fibonacci level. Pretty dang close, right? Whenever coin gets back into that zone, it's definitely something I'm starting to think about. And this coin was hot. Still is hot. And still is amazing. Psychological, $1 level still holding too as well. So it just looks interesting to me. I wouldn't be surprised if it rips from $1 back to 308. I'd keep it on the radar. AXLR has some different tickers on different places. Like it's usually Axel, but it's WAXL here on MEXC. Maybe not to get confused with another coin, you know. Shout out to Tales of Crypto. Manifest in life goes a long way. My wife smiled when she heard that from my office as she preaches this to me all day. Appreciate all you do daily and the positive vibes. I'm telling you right now, I believed in myself. I had discipline. I had everything in my life that I wanted, but I didn't know how to manifest, right? And once I began manifesting, like projecting where I wanted to be and what I believed I deserved, the universe started, you know, measuring up to that, to what I believed I deserved. And it became, you know, so you know, and a lot of people think, and again, you can't sit and manifest in a room and do nothing. Manifest comes from action, but when you manifest properly, the right actions come. Like when you sit you know, I really want my daughter to become amazing. I want to make sure I'm the best dad, you know? Then you'll be driving down the street and you'll see like, you know, swimming lessons right here. And you'll be like, oh, I'm going to take my daughter to swimming lessons. Like, and then your daughter says, thank you for swimming lessons. And then she wins an award and then you feel proud. And then she's like, oh, you're the best, Dad. And then you're like, I did the right thing. It came full circle, right? You manifested that, but you had to do it, right? Now, some people kind of don't understand manifestation, but they're very active. And through action, they create manifestation, right? But they don't you know, using them both to your advantage can just help your action in a more exponential manner. That's all. When the market starts to rip back, Joe will rip, which is Trader Joe XYZ. Only a matter of time. Joe gets back into action, actually, once AVAX kind of kicks into gear. Bit of like a falling wedge here for Joe. I wouldn't be surprised if that, you know, if this Bitcoin move spurs a bump. And look at all the meme action, too. They just, like, what else do people want? You even have TradFi making, like, they made some type of fun for memes. Like, that's insane. So they even believe in getting into memes, which I find ridiculous, but they do. All right. It's God who gives us the power to get wealth. Amen. I'm sorry, Sam, for wrinkling your suit coat as I hang and ride on your coattails. This may sound silly, but that's a huge Adam and Eve on the Bitcoin dominance chart. No matter where you are, know that you are early in the game and ahead of most people, and press on. Amen. I like that. One love, Frankie333. Glad to learn that lifer sauce. Forever grateful. Shout out to FUD Expert in the house. Yeah, my Euro exchange has listed the meme fund. That's insane. That's so cool. And Bitcoin battling 64,400. Right, we're watching that smaller flag. And there you go, baby. Let's go, baby. The cup in handy. The Saudi cup in handy to the upside here. 64,479. All the way to the upside in time. Bitcoin all the way to 64,692. Next target. I'll actually bring that down a little bit. 64,670 is the next target for Bitcoin. But here we go. Plowing to that next resistance. Can we break through is the question. And we've given you Bitcoin trades literally since Monday of last week. Just absolutely spot on. During the live, without the live, in the trading group. Bitcoin has been in my pocket, man. Something about the clean, fresh air here in Florida. I'm getting good night's sleep, too. I'm not like staying up all night staring at the screens anymore. I'm starting to go to bed at night at around like 11, 11:30. Last night I hit 12 even, but I was like really meditating for an hour in quiet. So definitely getting a more peace of mind here in Florida for what, you know, however. Also the jacuzzi and the pool. Playing with my kids in the pool is very pleasing. It's really nice to do. I'm just talking about regular life as we're watching this 1 minute candle, so you're not so bored. That's all. I'm giving you the TA. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to make it to the upside. This is the channel you want to be on if you actually want to make some gains and learn how to make gains. We're going to show you how the gains are made live. We're going to show you where the stop losses is, where the entries are. We're not going to hide the sauce like most and then come out and be like, oh, here's a gain. Mixed math that Sam's teaching. Retirement has been so good. Amen. Great call again, and again. Shout out to Watch and Study, my man. So happy for life. Life is good. Blessings on blessings. And right now you could move the stop loss to break even. And now you can't lose. Even if it came down quickly, you can't lose. Protected. Trading leverage is high, high intense. All right. So we went over the S&P future. We went over the DXY. We showed you Bitcoin dominance. Trader Joe XYZ looks interesting to me too as well. Previous support is resistance. I wouldn't be surprised if that's your bottom for Joe. And AVAX starts to really come back pretty strong. That's on my radar now too in the altcoins. And honestly, it's been a nice little break in price action. Like when altcoins start ripping again, there's 100 altcoins to watch. Yeah, lately it's just been some memes here and there, and Bitcoin, going up and down, and the market's been a little quieter than normal, right? We're still ripping here with 1,565 beautiful souls here on the live, 525 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. That's amazing. Shout out to iTrust Capital, place where you can buy and sell crypto, gold, and silver with your IRA. We have a beautiful banner there in the bottom right, and move your IRA. Just plan for the future with iTrust Capital. They're open 24/7. And when you end your fund, you can end your fund with the Bitcoin inside of it. You can't really do that anywhere else. Shout out to iTrust Capital. We appreciate you and love you, and they are a channel sponsor. Also, shout out to Decrypted.tax. You want to get your taxes done? Head over to Decrypted.tax/lifer. Hit the link in the description, and or go to Decrypted.tax/lifer and get 25% off the standard pricing, and get yourself a free consultation too as well. All right. And those are the beautiful channel sponsors that we, love to talk about every single day because they're great companies. I would never, join forces with anyone that I didn't really fully believe in. And so God bless both of them and hope everything's going well in their lives. All right. So Trader Joe, Bitcoin coming back to the trend line, retesting again, just getting tighter and tighter. Just getting tighter and tighter. Stop loss would have almost got hit, but didn't. I personally wouldn't bring the stop loss to break even that fast for me, but it all depends, It depends on what you're doing for a living. Like, if you don't have a lot and that's your last, I would be moving that stop loss as quickly as possible and just seeing what the market could give me without risking as much. If I had more to give, I'd keep it a little open, right? Like something like this, 4-to-9 risk reward ratio. But you could definitely. We started at a 3 and we shaved it. So you can definitely shave it by a couple. So that cup and handle technically did break out. You can see, right? There was the handle. It broke out. Came and retested, getting tighter. This tightness is showing signs of life here. They're brewing for this, we're at 64.5 now. And consolidating at higher prices is a bullish sign for Bitcoin. If you weren't even in the trade, there's another trade right here, right? Stop loss at like 64,195. Entry there with a take profit sitting at 65,350. Again, you'd have to understand this yourself. Find your proper risk management. That's a 483-1. Loving that right now. And while we're on the 1 minute, well, the 1 minute is likely going to, if this starts to break down to the 200, then we know, okay, the daily, we wait for the 1 hour to maybe reset. But if this starts to break out, then we know the 4 hours probably pinning and the 1 hour is going to get pinned and we're going to continue to the upside. So I've back tested all this stuff and played with it in my mind. And I've gone from the 1 hour to the 4 hour, the 4 hour to the 4 hour, the 1 hour to the 15, the 1, you know what I mean? And I eventually figured out what time frames to use at what times and why. And then it becomes a skill too. Like even that becomes a skill. Like, oh, I switched to the 1 hour on this, on Wednesday on this day because I saw this on the, but I switched to the 1 minute because I was looking at a POC and smaller time frames can give you kind of the framework of what's likely going to lead to a bigger move. All right. Like when we found this flag here, you could still be in this flag that I gave to the trading, that I gave to the group. That flag's still in the money right now. The entry was there. You're higher or above the entry, right? There was some movement, but you're still up. Anyway. So I find this fascinating. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do get the short squeeze to the upside for Bitcoin. The money is on the table. And there we are, 64,533 now, continuing to the upside here for Bitcoin. All right. I have a live scalp trade that I entered. I also have a bigger spot position. That's up 50% right there. 52%. So this is live trading Bitcoin here on a daily basis. GameStop. It did eventually pump out that flag that we talked about. Dropped down a little bit, but eventually it did pump and went up about, 58%? I wouldn't chase a meme like that. You know what I mean? They just got a big run up because it's a bunch of, retail money that definitely jumped on in. I'd pull a Fibonacci and wait for it to come back to a key fib level, right? 618. Right now, it's pretty close to the 618. Not too far off, but look for that. And then, again, this thing may still have legs to continue. It has that like stronghold type of audience. People that are like, we love it. The community is they have a reason to believe. You know what I mean? And so, and I do too. Like, I'm one of us. Like, I'm one of the retail. Like, we fought. Like, that was crazy to see. But in the back end of all that story, I heard it was really just another hedge fund too on the low. Like it wasn't all retail money, and I don't know. I think there was smoke and mirrors to that story a little bit. I could be wrong, but someone could correct me. Well, look at this guy. He wants 4,500 USD worth of this stuff. He wants 1,300. A lot more buys. $10,000 buy at this level right here. So these people don't care. They see a $77 million market cap and they want in. I mean, we saw it at a $30 million market cap, and it already is up. So I would look for it to hit the 618 or the 786 here. And it does look like it could continue to the upside, though. Measured move would take you somewhere to about 33 and 0.3%. 33.17. Interesting. All right. I'll give you the token metrics, trenders, Maneki, GME, Octaspace, and AEVO. All right. Quick little gem that you get right there for just being on the show. That costs you money just to see that. So you get access to that all the time in my trading group. I'm always talking about what I'm looking at, what I'm assessing. I go for their assessment, and then I kind of put out things that I'm looking at too as well. Some new coins to talk about are PEAQ, which I talked about yesterday, the PEAQ.network. You can still jump on in, go to PEAQ.network and find out more. They didn't pay me to say this. I'm being nice, actually. They should look back and be like, wow, this guy really gave us good promotion. But it was just a new coin. Looks interesting. Infrastructure depend. All right. Then we got the Math wallet. Again, I haven't bought any Math wallet. Something I just keep looking at. I like multi-chain wallets. I like things that can connect multiple chains. I think that has the access to a lot of liquidity and could get itself emerged in multiple access points. So how could it not how could that not help? And then I like proof of work, layer ones. It's a new one out there that I'm still warming up to. I did not add any because I'm still, smoke and mirrors. It looks good. But I'm watching them closely, and it takes me a couple weeks really, unless there's something I really, 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 really love about it. QUBIC is another proof of work layer one blockchain that's hot right now. I believe this thing has the fundamentals. Like, I like this way more than Maze. I think this thing has way more bigger fundamentals. It's more substantial, has a bigger team. It's been around. Actually been researching this a long time. I still haven't added it to my long-term portfolio, but it's definitely something you may want to pay attention to. And I talked about TON at 517, talked about it at 585. TON just continues to kind of roll here and get a bigger move to the upside. Let's take a look at TON and see where it is. And it's the Telegram network's, coin. So Telegram's already huge. And right now they implemented the wallet right inside Telegram. They make it very simple. And so I wasn't surprised to see it rip from 519 all the way to 697. Well, let's delete everything and take a look at what TON can do, where it's at, and what do I see happening. So the daily's a little overbought. I like where it's at. Watch, what if it can come down here and consolidate nicely into something of this nature? So it comes down, gets tight, and then it makes a big move. And that next leg up is going to be huge, right? So it looks like TON might have some consolidation to do to get ready for its move to 12. But, accumulating anywhere between 480 and $7 right now before it moves up to 12 could be a beautiful move. That's 82% gains. It won't be as fast as some other coins. It's a bigger idea. And again, it could just rip to the upside right now. I could be wrong. It may never do this. All right. These are all projections into probability. But this looks likely to me based on years of doing this. And it may be even sharper of a move. It may be more like this. It may be a lot closer than we think. It may just take 2 or 3 days. You grab it and then it's gone. So Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. Overbought on the stochastics tells me that we can, a bit of a double top. And again, it could double top and then tank all the way back down. I'm not, that's why we're going to watch the flag and see how the flag plays out by using a vertical line and adding an alert on the vertical line. When that vertical line gets hit, it's going to tell me, hey, where's price action? And then I'm going to reassess where the price action is. It's going to teach me a lot. Alerts are key. Using alerts are really how I'm able to surpass the masses, because I can go over hundreds of coins in like 2 to 3 hours and set massive alerts. And then as each alert hits, but see, it's a thought process. The alert is, you also have to have the mind for the thought. You have to think through the charts and what you want to see. That takes discipline and mindset. See, I couldn't do that for a long time because I didn't want to spend enough time in the charts to be able to see that. So I had now I understand how chart systems work and how patterns like to evolve. So this could evolve into this type of pattern that I've seen many times. If it does that, I want to take it. If it doesn't, then I'll look for something different. So I can set 20 of these and only take the ones that fall into the suit that I want them to fall into. It's a really, it's like sending quantum theory and then only taking the best ones. Anyway, last time I looked at this, I was hoping it would hold this trend line and bounce. It did not. It went way further down. But now it's, to me, in a beautiful accumulation. And what this did is it just gave us another entry for coins that we appreciate as we get ready for the next leg up in this bull run, in my humble opinion. Now, we were talking about this when it first came out. Even Jamie, the head of security in my Discord and more, and head of operations, he saw like when we were at like 40, $50, he told me about it. I got in at $60. And this thing would run all the way up to, did it more than a 10x. It's crazy what we saw happening from October into March, right? It was just like an insane frenzy. And now it's been March and April, 2 months of a downtrend now running into May. And everyone's like, it took 2 months for people to just be like, oh, we're done. We don't want to be in this rally anymore. We only want money thrown at us every 5 seconds. We can't take any bit of a downtrend at all. The human mind is fickle. And that's why the billionaires and the millionaires of crypto are the guys that stick into this and stay into it. And the people that just make a few $100,000 are the people that come and go. But the big money is for those that stick and stay in it. And it's waiting for you if you want to stay in it. It's waiting for you if you want to commit. But committing is being there when it's not all lovely. Being there when it's not the best. Being there when not everybody's making tons of money. Finding the hot coins, adding, DCAing, getting the prices that they can't get because they're afraid to be there at that time, or they're afraid to open their wallet. They may be watching the market, but they just don't have the guts to get in. So you got to have some know-how, you got to have some guts, and you got to have the ability to know which one you're using and why. All right. Coming back down to the 618, I'm not going to tell you that, like, my ability to be brave at certain times in my investment career have paid off huge, right? But I had to make the call. And there's no one to call. My dad wasn't into Bitcoin. I couldn't ask my dad whether the investment was a great plan or not. Like, they had to be done independently. That's why I like crypto. Crypto really forces people to be independent. A lot of their family and friends that they used to ask questions about aren't into crypto, or don't believe in crypto, or think crypto's crazy. So we don't have anyone to ask or talk to. Many people take a one-on-one with me and they tell me that I'm one of the only people they can talk to about cryptocurrency in their lives. That's one of the main reasons they took the one-on-one. It's crazy, right? When you think about it. And it's true. I bet how many people relate to that? How many people can put a 1 in the comment section right now? If like you or a friend or, you're at work and you're the only people around. All right. So I'm telling you, Bitcoin was going to pop to the upside. We're going to be in massive gains today. Bang, bang, bang. 69% gains. 69, 72. Look at that beautiful move. And it's all about trusting the break above the 200 SMA. And I gave you the chart too. I gave you the play right here. I told you exactly how to play it. Now you can move the stop loss to break even. But I showed you exactly where to get in. I showed you the cup and handle. Showed you how the, Sammy cup and hand, he has a bigger target too, which it has now hit. That's the cup and handle target. But bang, and they went after the shorts, broke above the resistance. And now you're at 64,850. Bang, bang, bang. Who made gains with the call that I just gave live on the channel? Who made gains right now? And I'm telling you, I can teach you how to get in. Like, take profits right now. You're a profitable trader. Do that with me a few times a week. You're a profitable trader. You know what I'm saying? I can teach you. I can educate you how to get in, how to get out, how to make this market work for you. You don't have to lose every single time. All right? You can make gains with me all the time. You can be in green and show your wife and friends that you're not a losing trader, but you got to put in the work with me. You got to stick with me. You can't just disappear every time the market changes on us. You got to put in the work with me. It took me years to get where I'm at. I made $4,000 just now, Sam. Insane. Absolutely insane. I'm going to join the trading group right now. Jump on in, baby. Let's go. Jump on in. If you don't play, you don't win. Amen. All right. So that's a beautiful move to the upside for Bitcoin. And as we stay further above that 4 hour and we get a candle to close above that, it's a very bullish sign for more to come. Now, the smaller time frames will catch you up now. That was the trade. I would be out right now at the top of the stochastics. Done. Don't get greedy. All right. Unless you're in a long-term trade, you're willing to hold long-term. No reason to get greedy. All right. That was a beautiful move to the upside for Bitcoin. Right? And you got to learn to pay yourself. You got to pay yourself. Please. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as, but you got to pay yourself. I'm taking a long CE right now. What does that mean? Trading group changed my life. Shout out to Corey Upton. You said Big Green Candles was going to come, and it did. You are the truth, Sammy. Boom, 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 Sam. What do you think of Bitcoin liquidity below recent lows, acting as support for the next bear market? Does this make sense to you? I don't see anything talking about this. I don't know, man. It's like way too far along right now, man. Let's focus on you're taking me out of my focus for in real time. I want to focus in real time right now. So I don't mean to be rude, but we're live and in charge right now watching this price action. So getting a bullish retest now on the 30-second chart suggests this thing's going to continue to pump. All the way to 65,400. Where can we on ramp and off ramp? I don't know, man. I'm not in GDP, brother. I woke up gains on Doge using 200 MA on the hour. Amen. As a new trader, I took all the profit. I would too, man. I did too. I took my profits. Now back to the 21 on the 1 minute. Touch it and go, baby. Let's see how that 1 hour is looking now for Bitcoin. Check in real quick. Wow, trading's been actually the last 2 weeks. Last week really has been some of the funnest trading for Bitcoin I've ever seen. It's been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And this thing is mooning again. Looks like it's going to moon out this little flag. Had to use the 30-second really to see it clearly. Bullish retest out the flag and then pop. Sam, you give my girlfriend Abby a shout out. She's giving me the best thing in life, which is my baby daughter. Shout out to Abby from AMB Motocross. Hope you and your man have a wonderful time together. Take care of that baby. Put that baby first. Always pay attention. Who here has gainitis dripping all over them, and they got to put gainitis cream on because it hurts too bad. Shout out to all my beautiful people here. God bless you all. Thank you for jumping on in. Gainitis all day long, baby. And look at this thing ripping to the upside, and all you had to do is know how to trade that 4 hour when it got above the 200 SMA with a stop on the other side, and you are in the green, baby. Simple sauce, as simple is. There's your entry at 64,000. 63.5, and you're already up $1,300 on that Bitcoin trade. Moon City, baby, Moon City. And then we showed you the big time frames. Wow, we showed the small. Now we're in the 30-second, breaking down how the 30 seconds getting to the 65,365 region. We showed you how to read the liquidity on Bookmap. We taught you how to watch the short squeezes. We gave you the 1 minute scalp as well, on top of the bigger time frames. Last night I gave the reversal in my trading group with the 4 hour. What more can I do? What more can I do? Is there any more I could do, please? And people still leave the trading group, which I find fascinating. But it is what it is. You can't help every single person. Sam, did you have any big losses in your trading career? What could you say about the love to you and your family? I really didn't have a lot of huge losses, I'll be honest. I lost 14 grand when I was worth 40 grand. I had to cut off a trade at 14,000. That was pretty bad. That hurt bad. It was tough. For sure. And look at us flowing into liquidity here as suggested. And you could see it. We had it. We had 64.4. See, people just don't believe. They don't believe moves can happen this fast and this furiously, but they do. We've seen it so many times. Look at this 30-second chart just going, baby. Bull flag, touch of the 21, low stochastics. We stay to the same, we do the same things over and over again. I don't care if it's the 1 minute, the 30-second. That's why I told you the weekly had to come back to the 21. Understand? That's how I was able to call Bitcoin. I do the same thing. I am just nailing on. I'm nailing it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk about myself, but this trading style that I've created is so spot on. It's ridiculous. We should have thousands of people on this live stream, no BS, banging on them to the upside while everyone's playing games. We're nailing the calls. While everyone doesn't know where to put their money, I'm buying Bitcoin in stacks at the right prices. You guys see me all the time. He bought the low again. He bought the low again. How does he do it? Because I use fear and the charts. I don't use my emotions. And they tell me exactly when to be snatching my BTC gains and exactly when to be getting into Bitcoin. Can you show more, Jamie? Very interesting. Not right now. No, I'm stuck on. We're focused right now. Please stay focused. I'm teaching you. You're learning so much if you're right here, right now. Nothing else should be more important than watching what's happening right now to this Bitcoin price action, because you can refer it down to anything else in life. You can use this to trade any market in the world, what I'm doing here. Wow, back to 65K. What a move for Bitcoin. From that low at 56,000, Bitcoin comes all the way back 8 grand. Unreal, right? Unreal. Now, once I've been in the charts too long and all this cool stuff has happened, I delete all my work again. You're like, oh, how does he do that? I get rid of the moving averages and I just start back on the daily just to make sure I want to see what's going on. So the daily broke out. We bounced off 60,650. Okay. Where's our resistance? It was 64,005. First it was 64K, but there was some wicks, but really just wanted to close a candle above 64,000. We haven't done that since this candle closed. This candle barely closed below that candle right there since April 25th. Right? It's been 20 days, 3 weeks. So we just did something we haven't done in 3 weeks. We haven't done it yet. Let's see what happens in 8 hours. But if we can close a daily candle above 64,000, pretty substantial. Then our next area is going to be that 64,200. All right. And then it's all-time highs again, basically. You see, we're back into this and then bang. So there's really only like 2 little things in our way right here. And this falling wedge has, and we have a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder that has a measured move right here. And that takes you right to the target there at 71,500. We're back in the 70s. We get back into the 70,000s, it's a wrap. All coins start flying again. People start making meme coins. You know what I mean? Everyone starts, the devs start putting, a lot of people are holding back projects they were about to put out, but they don't want to put it out, and so they held back. I even heard that from a few dev projects. They're like, oh, they were about to, but they said, why put it out now? So you're going to see more. That's the thing. That's why a lot of stuff comes out at once and bombards you, because they all want to use the good market structure to hit you hard, right? And so we want a daily candle closing above 64,000, my level right there. The 4 hour showed big signs of reversal because it was just curving when we started to go green. We saw an inverted head and shoulder here. And I put this in a little triangle, right? And saw that it could break to the upside. Measured move was the base. And it could have gone either way. It was symmetrical. I talked about it, but I saw the reversal because the Stokes were low. See, I don't short when Stokes are low. I long when Stokes are low. I short when Stokes are high. And so that also tells us 67,000 is the target too. And then we have resistance here for Bitcoin to break above. And then it was all about the 200 SMA. And I kept saying we couldn't get above it here. We couldn't get above it there. I said, if we can break above the 200 SMA, look for a huge move. Why? Because this, and then I talked about the 200 SMA on the 12 and the 22. When we got above it here, I called this Thursday night on my screen share a week ago, not last week, but the week before that. And I said, listen, I said this that night, we talked about it. I said, look for this to break above, and then we got a huge pump, and I had just discussed it. Then when we lost it, I said, man, that stinks. I don't want to lose that. And then it was kind of small. And then when the moving average started getting tight, started telling me, oh, we're going to get a pump. Moving averages are starting to conjoin again. They don't want to come back down to the 200. They want the 200 to get pulled up into price action. Whenever I see that, I know there's going to be a move to the upside. This is what, and I've backtested this on multiple assets. So when I say I know, it means that the probability is just, now I don't know anything. And so I shouldn't say I know, but the probability just gets extremely high at this point. Like that's going to happen. So now what? The 4 hour is a little away for the 21. 3 hour, 2 hour, right? It's a little bit of a squeeze there. So the 1 hour would be my go-to time frame here. And I did take some profits. I decided it was good to take profits. I closed my trade. Even though I believe I could stay in that trade all the way to the upside because we're above the 4 hour 200 SMA. But there could be one more good entry. So I'd watch the 1 hour, which in my mind needs to now come back to the 21-day moving average. Let's hope it does it in a very bullish way, a very simple, easy, nice bullish flag. And then we're able to get in later tonight and then move right back to the upside. So that's what I'm seeing happening, right? Now there's a chance that the smaller time frames just say no way and they continue to pump. But we just got our pump there. That was pretty nice. We got almost all we wanted. I called this flag out, we got it. I called that flag out, we got it. You know, now we're starting to push it a little bit. And there's almost an elongated bearish div there too as well. So I'm looking for the 1 hour to pull back now. This is where I would take some profits at this resistance point. The 800s are key areas too, 64.8. We did, you know, and then we can get our next bigger move further to the upside. I could be wrong and we may just continue to pump and I may miss out on a huge pump. But for me, it's likely now we hit what, 65,000. What was the high of this candle so far? 65,000, 55 and 55 cents. Pretty crazy, right? 65, 55, 55. Wow. But, you know, yeah. So we hit 65K. Great place to take some profit, in my humble opinion. I closed my trade. You do whatever makes you happy. But congratulations to everybody today. It was an amazing trading day. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying, like, from the second we called the reversal last night in the live to now, like, we've been really nailing it. So, you know, if you're with me this long and you made this trade, that means you weren't shaken out of the market. You had conviction. You kept learning. You kept pushing. You didn't stop. And, you know, now you're getting the rewards of that. So you get the rewards by being consistent. It's not easy to be consistent. You wake up every day, you do the same thing over and over again. You get a routine. A routine is one of the greatest things a human being can have. Everyone says, I have ADHD. I can't. Get a routine, and your ADHD, you'll use it as a weapon. It'll become something that you can use for you, not against you. You see what I'm saying? It'll be amazing. I'm telling you right now, get yourself a routine. Start with working out. Working out is the first thing you can say. I'm going to do this at 8 o'clock every day. And just do it like you say. You know, stick to what you say you're going to do. Stop telling yourself you're going to do things and not doing them. That's the main problem. People don't get where they want. They're not true to themselves. They think it's the whole world that's messing them. Like, everyone's messing with me. I want to say, you know, the word, you know, everyone's, but you know what? You're messing yourself up. It's you. You're in control. It's always you. The second you think it's not you, then it isn't you. And now you've messed, you know what I mean? Because the second you think you're not the one that caused the problem, then that's what you'll believe. And if you believe you're not the one that caused the problem, how can you fix it? So the second you don't take any responsibility for your life and decide to blame others, you've now lost the ability to blame yourself. And if you've lost the ability to blame yourself, you lost the ability to change yourself as well. So you need to feel the blame to be able to make the change. Understand? And this goes with trading. I'm not just talking about life. People make the same mistakes trading over and over again, but they won't make a change. They won't do something different. They keep doing the same things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I decided, hey, I'm going to join a trading group because I haven't joined a trading group before, and I keep having problems. So let me do something different. I joined a trading group and something different happened. AERO getting a nice bounce all the way from like 89 back to 105. I'm telling you, that's a beautiful double bottom for AERO. I wouldn't be surprised if it stops at shenanigans here and starts to make a move bigger. It all depends on Bitcoin. This could be a bear, you know, we'll see what happens to Bitcoin, what they're planning, but that's a 618 golden pocket for AeroDrone. Next stop could be 279. I got into AeroDrone down here at like 39, 30 cents, 30 and 30. So I'm happy as a clam here, just sitting with my position. Say the Serenity Prayer. You realize it's always you that you can change. Amen. Yeah. Accept the things that cannot change and change, right? Yeah. So Bitcoin looks like it may continue to plow here. When I get that feeling like it's going to continue to move. What happens is the small time frames they just go bananas. Sorry, my finger slipped. I can't stand that. Chubby thumbs. I can't believe I live in Florida. I really still can't believe I live in Florida. Yesterday was me and my wife's 19-year anniversary. I took her to the beach with some friends. They met us. And you're like, how do you have friends? You just moved here. And that's crazy, is I got friends here already. They met us at the beach. Super chill. Then we went to get some Mexican food, and then they paid. Like, they slid and no one pays for the lifer. I always take the bill. So I couldn't believe that. I was super happy. Such a beautiful day, man. Shout out to Mindy and Mario, man. I love you guys. You become my favorites. Man, you always were my favorites, but, I love you both. Awesome time last night, and just, good times to be alive. And then the Bruins somehow didn't get, they held on 2-1 and stayed inside the playoffs, which was crazy. Really pissed off a lot of Florida fans there out of Miami. So I'd start to watch this flag here on the 1 minute to see if it could continue to give us some gains. It takes some guts to get into this flag, and it may not play out. We're battling against the bigger time frames wanting to pull us back, but there's a chance this thing really does moon. That 4 hour above the 200 tells me more, anything is possible at this point. So kind of a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder for him, and you see that, and then we could dump. But the moving averages are still close enough where they could produce, and you could be on some type of parabolic move here. Like, this could be a parabola, a little mini parabola. I'd watch the 1 minute. I wouldn't give up on the 1 minute just now. I have no idea what price is going to do. So nobody does. So my strategy is always all about testing and timing. Look, they may not do a perfect flag. Look at that thing going to the moon right there. 65,054 now. It breaks above 65,100. I mean, it's got a clear path to 66,006. Thank you, bro. I made good money today. Amen. Who here made good money trading on the live stream with me? Said, I've been watching you for a while now, and you're really a joy to watch. Just cancel the sub with someone else to fully focus with you. Consider rejoining. Just need a lot of help. We got you, man. Don't worry. Take it one step at a time, my friend. Break it down into small pieces. You don't need a lot of help. You just need focus and discipline. That's all you need. That's what people don't realize. Everyone thinks they need help. They don't. They need focus and discipline. Shout out to Ray Hogan. Shout out to Cleveland Lifer. Shout out to Rave Song Records. I know you made gains, man. You love eating up those gains. Shout out to Barber Trader Joe. Freaking genius over here, this guy. Shout out to Mac Tire. Shout out to Sir OKB. Shout out to Wells Saldivar. Shout out to Ray Gutowski in the house. Ray, man. My man, Ray. I wouldn't even be in this house without Ray, man. You got me here, man. Almost canceled the whole trip. Step 1, join. Step 2, go to support and click my account and connect Discord. Boom. Amen. You're inspirational, Sam. Keep it up. I love you. You keep it up, man. Every single day we push forward. Every single day we have a reason to be excited. Every single day there's opportunity in this market. When I made that video today on the Twitter account, I did not know the live stream was going to go so well. We were going to get the great pump we did, but we got it all and more. Would you mind telling me a little more what goes on with your Discord? I really enjoy watching your streams. My Discord is an amazing place. All right? It's so deep and in depth. Number one, right when you get in, we have a watch first. We have testimonials. And you can read all the people that are in it, what they've gotten out of it, what they get out of learning from me and their relationship with me, what my relationship with them has created in their life. Look at the gains that we've given you throughout the last few days, or multiple coins that we go over. Sean, you could add my Pepe chart too, which was like a perfect call on Pepe if you'd like to. But it just was really neat and easy to read. But if you, and I'm not saying Stack nailed it too. I just had a really easy Pepe coin call from May 8th to May 12th. I went over and I put it on Twitter too. I just joined, gonna spend all night learning how to use it. Amen. And so we have a watch first right here, right when you get in. You got to watch first. And I have a video explaining what to do, what the Discord is, what's inside. We have a lot in here. All right. But mainly the two things you're going to see is my charts and ideas that I put out every single day, all the time, coins that I'm things, you know, and I switched it into, you know, Bitcoin ideas and setups into altcoin charts and setups. Okay. And then we even have elite charters, 3 elite charters that stuck with me, David, Sean, and Stack, that really produce amazing, clean and amazing charts that really show you ideas and put it into perspective. They hit a lot because their stuff is based on they took my, you know, they know what they're doing. All right. The 99 is where you can ask questions, join a group of like-minded people. We ask that it's not full of memes and jokes and nonsense, that it's full of, like, you know, just real information to help others gain. And look at the gains in here. This guy made $2,000. Unbelievable. From 61.8 to 62.5. He could have, had he stayed the whole way, he would have made even more. Woof. But again, you don't have to, you know, only trade to pay for the 99 or a carton of eggs. Look at that. 64%. Anyway, people making gains, people learning. And then we have a library where you can actually post your trading ideas. And see, that's what is different than most trading groups. And so in here, let me show you. So I do a weekly screen share every week. I also have a token metrics section where I talk about the token metrics coins I'm talking about. Go over a bunch of coin lists. It's amazing. All right. And then in the learning library, you have TAs. You can ask any question you want about indicators and ideas, and there's people there to help you. Okay. And then the content directory is tons of videos that I've already created, organized by my trading group and my team to show you how to trade and actually how to put it together. Cup and handles, like how to read price action and trend analysis. What's a measured move? And then I also teach a class, which I'm teaching this Saturday, which I highly suggest you jump on into, which is the last Saturday of every month, but we switched it because of the move. And so I'm teaching class May 18th, right? Which will be in 3 days, everybody. I'm teaching class, $150 to jump into class. I would highly suggest it. Learn what I'm doing right here. Learn a 7-step checklist before I get into all the trades. Why I get into the trade I do, when I watch it, what I'm looking at, and all that cool information that'll help you understand the charts in a way better way. Like, I'm telling you, that $150 will pay for itself in that knowledge that you get immediately. I've heard people say within that night, my trading style was different. I started making more, you know, better decisions. So never going to guarantee you gains because that's not, you know, that's up to you and your emotions and your trading style. But I can guarantee you the best information, and I can display how I use it every single day here on the channel. So you can see, like, this guy's really using what he's going to teach me, and it's working all the time. Like, I can't, you know, everyone else can play smoke and mirrors, but like, we have it right here, right out in front of you. No BS. Every single day. No days off. I don't take a day off because I never want to hide from one of my ideas. I never want to put out a trade and come back 3 days later and act like I didn't put it out. I want to come back to exactly what I said the next day. I want to be held accountable for my trading ideas every single day. And that's what I love about the constant stream. There's no place to hide from me. I got to be right or accurate. I got to be, you know, put out my best foot forward every single day. So blessings to everyone that comes to the streams. All right. At class, you're going to get a PowerPoint that's made of PDFs, right? It's going to give you my 7-point checklist and more. I make up the fee of the membership to warrant the cost, as today there was nothing to enter, not an opening. I don't know what he's saying, but that sounds like you want a handout or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think you should take a nice holiday. You deserve it, my man. Don't worry, man. I live in a beautiful house with a jacuzzi and a pool. Any moment in the day, I can take a deep breath and relax in the sun. I take mini holidays throughout the day, you know what I mean, and rest my mind. Like after this stream, I'll rest my mind. I have a busy day of a lot of stuff to do, though. So I got a one-on-one at 3 or 4. I got something to do with a bigger company around 1:30. I'm excited for today. I think you should take a holiday. God bless Mr. Holiday. It's funny. All right. And honestly, don't use leverage if you don't know what you're doing. Please. You know, I trade spot mainly. A lot of my bags are spot bags. I'm adding into spot positions all the time. You saw me buy Bitcoin yesterday. What a good move that was, right? Bang. And I've been buying Bitcoin up. Anytime it's below 65,000, I keep saying, hey, 58, 59, 60K. All those horrible days you saw me open up and buy more Bitcoin. Bitcoin ties, Bitcoin hats, man. Bitcoin all day long. Let's go, baby. Let's go, right? I say that the 1 hour comes back down now. We don't want to see, but we'd like to eventually get a red candle on the 1 hour. But you're just too far away from that 21. It was a beautiful pump, and you take advantage of it. But it's likely to come back down and retest some key area now. So what I do is I keep the 1 minute on maybe one, and I keep this up. And then I keep the 1 hour up on another screen, Look kind of head and shouldery, right? It broke the trend. Look, it broke the parabola now. Like if I made it like this, like. It broke the parabola, right? It looked nice and then, right? But you got some resistance there at 64.6. There's some support. See, I'm open-minded. I don't know what's going to happen to price action. It could pump out of nowhere right now. You take your shot every day. You get in, you get out. You learn your positional strength and you maximize your probability. And that's it. And you either win that day or you don't. Today we won. Like last night we won. This morning we won. Like all the trades played out. All the probability played out. Bitcoin dominance pumping, so shorting weak alts on their Bitcoin pairs on this Bitcoin retrace. Interesting. We have to start somewhere. Straight line to 77K. Let's get to 66,000 first. Let's break 65.5. Let's get a weekly close above 65.5. One step at a time. That's all I really ask for. We get that, we can get a move on. Right? Things can really start to pan out nicely for Bitcoin. But we seem to have double topped here at 65K, right? The energy is kind of depleted a little bit. Bitcoin, slowly kind of making its leg. I don't want to put this out because I don't want people to get too excited. Like I'm trying to make a call right now. It's more now we're watching the 1 hour come back down to the 200 SMA, to the 21. We just want it to be not as bad, something like this. And then our next big trade could be a blast. So this is my projection. The fun is over. We had a blast. Short squeeze, liquidity. We got it all here on the live stream. We nailed it yet again. If you were here and you'd be like, how does this guy nail it all the time? I don't know, honestly. I leave that to God. Some days I go to sleep at night. I'm like, how did I nail it again on the stream? And I said, well, you showed up, brother. I said, show up again tomorrow and see what happens. So I keep getting rewarded for showing up every day. So I keep showing up every day. Everyone says take a day off, but that'll probably be the day I miss the biggest pump for Bitcoin and I'll slap myself silly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to show up every single day because there's opportunity out here. I don't want to miss it. That's the one thing I don't want to miss is opportunity. And, you suit up, you get ready every day and you get that opportunity. Coinbase records the third largest Bitcoin outflow of 2024, totaling nearly 1 billion. And it's continuing. Sir, I went subtly all risky in going 20x with all capital, made 13 wins. I know one mistake and I'm over. It excites me. Yikes. Shout out to the lifer, the 99, made by membership payment and daughter's soccer tournament fees with the trade this morning. Awesome day. Cheers. Shout out to Jason Mack. We love you. 263% gains this morning. Took the profits. More than hit my week minimum goal. Absolutely fantastic being with Sam, master friend, and the 99. Amen, brother. Can anyone that is in his group tell me if he gives live calls? Want to join? Bounce from 60. We do not. I wouldn't call it live signals, but I mean, a lot of times I'll give you exactly when I'm getting in and when I'm getting out of Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin. All right. All coins I give you setups, but I never like to be, I give live Bitcoin trades almost every single day, constantly. So there we have it. I see a pullback to the 21-day moving average here on the 1 hour time frame. Hopefully it's just not violent. Hopefully it's more nice and sideways. That's what we're looking for. All right. Every day there's at least 4 to 5 setups in the group. When you need God, Rockstar, you have the charts. Nah, God is in my life, man. Don't do that. God is amazing. God is number one because God is why I get up every day for my kids and my family. God's why I treat everybody with light, love, and happiness, because you're all beautiful creations of a beautiful creation. So I believe that we all pay homage to each other with respect and love. And as I honor you, you honor me. And if I'm an honorable being, then I'm good to others, then people will be good to me. And if my energy precedes me, then I have to treat others with love, light, and happiness, and that's how I'll be treated. And it all goes hand in hand. And to me, that's what living with God means, right? Lifer, what should I put my money in for a month? I'm gone for a bit, but the market seems to be reversing. Thank you. You call it the 21 I mean, it's the 21-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Like, call it whatever you want, man. The 21 moving average. Yeah. When you set the 21 EMA to the chart or to the day, it doesn't matter. Just add the indicator. And I don't use the EMA. I use the MA. Yeah. Lifer, what alt should I put my money in? I would never tell you that, man. I would never tell you what alt to put your money in. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't ever ask me questions like that. That's not cool. Yeah. Put the money in the alt that you've researched, that you believe in, that you have conviction in, that you believe you could hold throughout the hardest times. If you don't have conviction in it, then how are you going to be able to hold it through the hard times? You're probably not. All right. So remember that. So I'm torn between the pullback on the 1 or the pump on the 1 minute. Today they got me kind of like, I keep going, but maybe. Nah, but I stick to my ideas here that the 1 hour has to pull back. I like the support though at 64,680. What he's trying to say is buy cash, but you're funny. Watching for the Philippines, all my family, shout out. Shout out to Zandra Brimone. Shout out to all my Filipino people. We love you. We appreciate you. God bless you. That Tagalog out there. You guys speak that Tagalog, right? Yeah. All right, so I put out a hot coins that I believe we're going to make some moves either today or tomorrow, or that I believe they're worth getting into. One coin that I really like that I'll talk about is GFI. Why do I like Goldfinch? Well, I like the market cap. I like that it's real world asset. And I like what it can do. The CoinX chart is the best chart right now, in my humble opinion, for GSI. It also is on Coinbase. So, and let's show you the Coinbase idea for GFI. See, it's getting tighter and tighter in the zone. It's holding the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame with a higher low. So that's key. You kind of have shoulders, head and right shoulders in a way, right? Following that Bitcoin idea. GFI was hot at $1. It ripped all the way up to 5 beans. Then it came back down. I started accumulating. Remember, $3 anywhere it went, even into the 270 area. I bought all in here, all right, for literally like a month, or as long as I could. About a month, from April 13th to the 5th. I haven't touched it now in about, 5 or 6, 8 days since that bigger pump above the 200 SMA. Now it looks interesting to me, like it could continue down up to $9. So again, once RWA starts to take off and Bitcoin, gets back above 71,000, everyone's going to act like this market never had a pullback, and you're going to see it just ripping, and everyone's going to jump back. Anyone that left my trading group will jump back in. So many people are going to be like, oh my God, they're going to find way. They're going to FOMO back into this market. There's some people that really started believing that we were going into the bearest of all times. And maybe we could. I'm not open-minded, but let's be honest. We're still in an uptrend on the daily. Like if you're, I'll show you the trend in a second, but GFI looks interesting to me. And this thing looks like it could get bullish. 8 hour time frame is my go-to for swing trading. I absolutely love it. When I'm above the 200 on the 8 hour, I go for it. This looks beautiful to me. So I like what I'm seeing for GFI. All right. I love what I'm seeing for GFI, actually. Blessings on everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in with me in this beautiful life. The fact that you're here on my live stream, you're spending time with me is, I find, an absolute blessing. I'm so blessed. I have so much gratitude for each and every one of you that share your time with me. Without your time, there is no stream. It all comes together as we make it happen together every day. So blessings. Some people saying that the bull run was short and sweet, and now it's over. Hogwash. In my mind, the 65.5 area was major areas of support that broke on the way down. So if we get above it and flag, the bigger moves are in play for me. I'm Dave Romano. I'm 100%. Like, that's exactly like you sound like me. I say the same things, brother. If we can't break back above 65.5, expect no more goodness. You know, we gotta maintain. All right, we gotta maintain. Sam, my brother, you are the GOAT. Merv, you're the GOAT, brother. Thank you for being here with us. All coins go moon, bro. We got a full moon coming too for Bitcoin. Aerodrone is pumping. We talked about Aerodrone. Making a bit of a move there. 106. Look at that fat handle for Aerodrone. Double bottom too. I wouldn't be surprised if it rips up to 129 and even maybe back up to the next resistance at 155. Praise to the one, man. Praise be to God. Half of everyone thinks pump. The other half says dump. So we probably go sideways. So is Bitcoin done capitulating? Are we out of the hot water? 55% say yes. 1,219 votes. Amazing. 45% say no. Dude, that's awesome that 1,000 of you voted. Like, love you all for doing that. Blessings on blessings. I like MYRIA. I believe it's in the accumulation zone. You do whatever makes you happy. I already own the coin. But there's some MYRIA right there. There's a nice little bag of MYRIA right there. I'm actually going to scoop up a little tiny bit right now to add to my bags. There's Andy on Sol, which has been pumping today. It actually looks the chart looks bullish, I have to be honest. But it is what it is, right? It's a meme. I like Andy on Blast as well. I believe Andy on Blast is going to do numbers over time. All right. Sorry, I didn't want to I didn't want to, yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, MYRIA is one of those other, yeah. MYRIA, you have to add a certain, yeah. It's just, love you, Sam. Force be with us. Amen, brother. Thank you. Are you referring to Sam as good as Warren Buffett? I mean, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll be better than him over time, but you never know. Charlie Munger over here. No, Sana is hot. I like this coin. I talked about it yesterday. Went over it in my group. It's going to close this gap, get to 668, and then it's on its way to bigger and better things. Only a matter of time to know Sana. It double bottomed off the 618 golden pocket. That was the chance, 285, and it's already back to $5. So just needed 1,000 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get to 1,000 likes. We could do it. We get to 1,000 likes all the time. That was like basically what we did every day on the stream, every day for like a month straight. So let's do it again. Let's get it back up and going. 764 people, 1464. We have 700 people that can hit that like button. Let's get that like. Let's get the likes all the way to 1,000 likes, everybody. Let's go. This ain't your average YouTube channel. Let's go, baby. Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening here for the fan funding. Do you have a big losses in your trading group? We talked about the shout out to Sylvan. D Dubs, Busta Crypto. Been following your channel for ages. God bless you. Shout out to Silvio Vieira. And we looked at GME on Solana. Tales from the Crypto. Manifest Life goes a long way. For sure. We read that. God bless you, Tales of Crypto. Blair Stevenson was watching, listening yesterday at work, but too busy to get to the keyboard. Just want to say happy anniversary to you and your crypto wifer. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. 19 years with my lady, man. 19 years with the love of my life. I dedicated myself to something. It was my relationship with my wife, and we have two beautiful children, one on the way. I can't believe I'm having a child. I don't think people realize too. I'm having a child soon. You know, stepping up and having my third child, which is pretty crazy to me. Compared to Andrew Tate, I'm a nothing man though. I don't have 20 children, so I'm a piece of garbage. But I am 3 daughters, man. And God has blessed me with 3 wonderful ladies, so I got to be a gentleman for those ladies. I like this coin, RSS3, for my research and the buzz. Also, other YouTubers that are into it. People that know they like the coin like I do. I always do my research, and then I find, hey, does anyone else think it's kind of legit like I do? And I see other people that do like this coin. It's sitting in the 618 golden pocket. I'm telling you, it's like the fear is when I get the best prices, but most people don't want to use the fear. That's an amazing little price action right there for our SS3. It is on MEXC. I don't own any of it. 32 cents, and it could go all the way to zero. You never know. I'm just, proper risk management, but definitely a coin that I would pay attention to. I'd have on the radar, and that I'd be thinking about. It could do numbers. It's got like a little bit of AI and D-pin attached. It's got some narratives running on it, and it can walk the talk. And it's in the golden pocket. So, see, there's times when we swing trade. It's all bull flags, and, we're not waiting on falling wedges and golden pockets because that's over. And then there's times where we get in and we watch the pump, so this is usually right before the pump. Everything's in the golden pocket hanging out, and then things start to rally again, but nobody wants to buy the dump. Rio's another one that's sitting. They're all sitting in their sweet spots right now. Look at Rio right on top of the 786 fib. I own this coin. I'm in it for the long haul. I see it getting back to, I see it getting to an all-time high of 477. It's my next profit-taking target for Rio. Remember, people were getting in at 16 cents. It ripped all the way to 316, came back down to 1. I started buying in. I knew about it when it was here. 59. I really started learning about it here at 44. 59 cents is when I started committing. And this thing has just been on a tear ever since. So still up a 3x almost from the 59, a little under from the 59 cents. So when we first started we put out this beautiful trade here. I remember the day I put it out, it was in this ascending triangle with a measured move. And Bitcoin tanked hard, and this one just held it, and that's how I knew it was hot. Because Bitcoin dumped, this thing just held its own. It didn't give back like the rest of the market. So I wouldn't be surprised if Rio makes a move here too. These are key levels. The 786 is a beautiful place. All right. So I just want to show you how I accumulate. So right now, that's a beautiful place to accumulate. So I'll buy $1,000 worth of Rio here. All right. I do it at market too. I don't really stress it. Right. And then I got more Rio now. Now I got $5,100 worth of Rio. Nice little bag for the long term, right? So we covered GFI. And these are my favorite coins that I'm personally accumulating. I'm buying these coins. I own MYRIA. I own GFI. I own Rio, right? I don't just put out garbage and, get into this because someone gave me some pre-sale. I don't do that. And I'm not hating on people that do that. I'm just saying I don't do that, all right? If someone does that and they tell you that's what they do, that's perfectly fine with me. I don't mind. I don't do it, I feel uncomfortable getting into coins before you do. I feel it's a little strange. And then telling you about them when I got them cheaper than you did, but telling you it's still a good buy. You know what I mean? I just, that to me is somewhat unethical. It doesn't feel correct. It doesn't feel good to me. So... yeah, Andy on Sol looks interesting to me. It really does. It just was hot, and then the TAs seemed to play out. I'd much rather Andy on ETH. I don't, but Andy on Sol's out of control right now. It's just ripping. So, and it's in a little flag that looks like it may continue to rip. Close the 4 hour above the 200 BTC. Did we close the candle now though? Wow, we opened a new candle. So when you close a 4 hour candle above the 200 SMA, very, very bullish sign for Bitcoin. Very bullish sign. And you got above resistance here at 64,005, right? 64,500. So you broke 64.5 resistance and you close the candle above the 200 SMA. Very, very bullish. This makes Sammy very, very bullish for a big move for Bitcoin. I like what I'm seeing. I like where we're at. I like where this market can start to take us This is the sign I was waiting for when we got here. We got it a few times. We've been above it before, but we were kind of in a this is like coming from downward structure, getting back above it. Not coming from upward structure and dabbling. It's really pretty. It's a really very bullish sign for me personally, and it suggests that this 4 hour is going to continue to go to the upside today. We're going to head all the way to 67,000. Back to the next. There's only one more resistance coming, and that's 67.2 now. So that's our next target is 67,200. It's just weird how far away this 1 hour is getting from the 21-day moving average. That's just. And I keep watching these smaller time frames, and here we are back again on that 1 minute. And it tells me not to give up on this 1 minute yet. Like that flag could really break out. We could go all the way to 65,900 now. The fact that we just closed the candle above and the next 4 hour candle is about to... I'll be honest, that looks like the next bull call for me. Stop loss below the POC and the yellow line with a 2.9 risk reward ratio. Looks beautiful. Take profit would be somewhere at 66,000. Stop loss would be at 64,339. And the entry would be right now. All right. So I'll leave you with this trade, and then I'll check back with the trading group. This is the last thing that I'll leave you guys with. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. We did it again, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday, baby. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for all your viewership, your love, your support. All the hearts, all the comments, all the super chats, and everybody out here. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you so much for your viewership. Shout out to all the awesome people here on the live. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Tomorrow night is weekly screen share, right? It's just like we were just had a weekly screen share. These weeks are flying by. I've already been in Florida for, it's kind of sad, like 18 days now. My first month is almost gone. So these months are flying by. Time is flying by, everybody. Enjoy your life. Do not spend time beating yourself up. Get away from negative people. Stay positive. Stay positive. Drink your lemon water. Work out. Hang out with people that work out. Hang out with people that like to be in nature. Get yourself outside. Touch grass. Breathe. If you're overweight, get rid of that weight, please. Find yourself a happy place, man. Love yourself. If you can't love yourself, then you'll have a hard time loving others. Find the love in your life. Love is the strongest frequency. You can, you will, you are the best. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you all. Amen.